All right, it's that time again. Ready, Freddy, and the giant swing. Cannot believe we're actually on chapter 5 already. That's crazy. So, chapter 5 is the petting zoo. We have lots of patterns happening in this book that have happened already, right? We have Freddy, who is afraid of something. Not a surprise, right? We notice that in a lot of his books. We have his friends who try to help him. We have the bet against Max, and we have his sister Susie who helps him, but only if she gets something out of it. So, in all of the Ready Freddy books that we've read this entire year, we have learned so many patterns that we see across the series. And by noticing those patterns, it's really helping us become stronger readers because it helps us in the other books that we read. And it helps us find patterns in other series that we get interested in. So Ready Freddy has actually been a great way to help us become a stronger reader for lots of different reasons. So chapter 6 is the petting zoo. Not sure what's going to happen in this chapter. Don't know what it has to do with his problem and getting on that big swing. I think that he's maybe kind of procrastinating and doing everything he can other than going on that swing. So let's find out. We left the frog jumping contest and went to meet Susie and Kimberly at the petting zoo. Look what I got, Robbie said, holding up a blue ribbon. My frog hopped across the finish line in first place. Cool, said Kimberly. How about you, Freddie, said Susie. Robbie laughed. What's so funny, asked Kimberly. Freddie's frog took a little detour, said Robbie. What do you mean, said Susie. He jumped out of the track and hopped right over to Mom, I said. To Mom, said Susie, but Mom hates frogs. I know, I said, but for some reason he really liked her. I think he wanted to kiss her. We all laughed. Let's go in the petting zoo, said Kimberly. I can't wait to pet those baby chicks. Come on. Mom, do you want to come in with me? I asked. No, Freddie, my mom said, smiling. I've had enough animals for one day. I'll just wait for you here. All of the kids went into the petting zoo. It was one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. There were goats, chicks, roosters, pigs, sheep, a llama, a camel, a calf, and 2 ponies. Have you guys ever been to a petting zoo before? Pretty cool. I don't know that I've been one that has that many animals, but I have been to our fair in the summertime. I used to go as a little kid all the time. We have the Monmouth County Fair in July that happens every year, and they have a huge area with all different animals in it, and a lot of them you can pet. You guys get a chance, you should check it out this summer. Wow, look at that, said Robbie. A camel. That is so cool, I said. I've never seen one this close before. Me neither, said Robbie. Let's go pet it, I said. Robbie grabbed my shirt. Not so fast, he said. Why not? Because I've read that camels aren't so nice, said Robbie. What do you mean, I said. If they're angry or upset, they'll spit. Ew, I said, sticking out my tongue. That's gross. I know, said Robbie. I don't think I really want to get spit on by a camel. That has got to be super slimy and disgusting. If he's so good at spitting, maybe we can train him to spit watermelon seeds and he can beat Jesse in the seed spitting contest, I said. That would be pretty funny, said Robbie. Look at that rooster, I said. He looks like he has a white mohawk on his head. He walked over to it. Hey, dude, nice haircut, Robbie said to the rooster. Freddie, maybe you should get your haircut like that. Then I would look like a rock star, I said, pretending to play air guitar. I could have my own band. And I could be in your band, said Robbie, pretending to play the drums. Susie and Kimberly walked up. What are you two weirdos doing? Susie asked. Being rock stars, we said. Kimberly shook her head. Whatever. Come on, Susie. Let's go find some more animals to pet. I want to hold one of the baby pigs, I said to Robbie. Me too, he said. We went over to the piglets and a lady asked, do you want to hold one in your lap and brush it? Sure, I said. I sat down on the ground. The lady put a fat pink piglet in my lap and handed me a brush. Here you go. Brush gently. I started to brush the piglet and he snorted happily. Oink, oink, oink. I think he likes it, I said to Robbie. Oink, oink, oink. I never knew that pigs had hair, I said. Of course they have hair, said Robbie. They're mammals. So, well, all mammals have hair or fur. You're like a walking encyclopedia of science, I said. I just love science, said Robbie. I wish I could have a pet pig, I said. It could sleep with me on my bed every night and be my snuggle buddy. Good luck with that, said Robbie. Your mom won't even let you have a cat or a dog. She would freak out if you ever brought a pig in the house. But whenever I spill food on the floor, she wouldn't have to get the vacuum out. My piggy could just eat up the mess. Keep dreaming, said Robbie, shaking his head. Keep dreaming. We put the pigs down and went over to the lambs. These lambs are so soft and fluffy, I said. I wonder if this is what clouds feel like, said Robbie. Wouldn't it be cool if you could touch the clouds? Maybe someday you'll invent a jetpack for flying, I said, and then humans will be able to fly up into the sky and touch the clouds. That would be so cool, said Robbie. So cool, I said. So as I'm reading this, my brain is trained to stop and think while we're reading. We're still working on training your brains to do that, but I know you're constantly thinking about what you're reading. Just sometimes we don't remember to stop and actually think about it. So as I'm reading this, I'm reminding myself that I need to stop and I need to think about what's going on here. And when they're talking about the piglets and he's brushing the piglet and holding the piglets, it reminded me of a connection that I could make, a text to self connection, about a time that I went to a farm and they had a baby cow there. And they were feeding the baby cow a bottle of milk. And the baby cow would get 2 bottles of milk, but they only had 1 bottle full at a time because the thing that they had on the bottle, the part that the baby cow drank out of, he only liked this one specific kind. And they only had 1 ending on the bottle. So they would fill the bottle up and then they'd have to go back in when he drank it to fill it back up a second time. So they actually asked me if I could stay with the baby cow and if I would let the baby cow use my hand as a pacifier while he waited for his milk. So he was a super tiny little baby cow. He had no teeth yet. And while he waited for his second bottle, he actually sucked on my hand as a pacifier. And it was one of the coolest things that I have ever done before and ever experienced. So that made me think. It brought me right back to that. So I know what Freddie and Robbie are going through, being able to hold and brush and touch all these animals. I'll be right back, said Robbie. I'm going to get some of that food so we can feed the animals. Okay, I said. I'll wait here and pet this fluff ball a little longer. Be back in a minute, said Robbie. The lamb was so soft, even softer than my blanket at home. I bent down and rubbed my cheek against its head. Just then I felt something tugging at the back of my shirt. Hey, Robbie, cut it out, I said. I felt the tugging again. Stop it. Then I felt it again. It's not funny anymore. Leave me. As I turned around to smack Robbie's hand away, I realized that it wasn't Robbie grabbing my shirt, and it wasn't Susie, and it wasn't Kimberly. It was a goat. Hey, what are you doing? I shouted. The goat had my shirt in its mouth and was chewing on it. Hey, stop it. Stop chewing my shirt. Robbie came back with the pet food. What's going on? This goat is chewing my shirt, I yelled. Laughed Robbie. It's not funny, I said. This is one of my favorite shark shirts. Give him some food so he leaves me alone. Here, little goat, said Robbie, holding some pellets in his hand. Come try some of this yummy food. I think it will taste better than Freddy's shirt. The goat let go of my shirt and went to nibble the food in Robbie's hand. I looked at the back of my shirt. Oh no, look, he chewed a hole right through my shirt. All this talk of chewing is making me hungry, said Robbie. Let's go get something to eat. Yeah, let's get out of here before he chews my underwear, I said. So chapter 6 is cotton candy, caramel apples, and churros. No big swing yet. He is going to take it all the way to the end on that one. And I am actually going to see if I can post a little video of exactly what just happened to Freddie, happened to myself and Keenan when we went to go visit a farm recently that had lots of goats. Exactly what Freddie is talking about happened to us. Goats like to chew anything. They will chew and eat anything that they can get their mouths on. So I'm going to see if I can post that little clip for you guys to see exactly what Freddie's talking about in this book. All right. So until next time, bye guys.